Hello everybody, this is Liam from Dolphin Data Lab. Today I'm going to talk about something about the Seagate firmwares. So some people asked in the forum, they said when they're checking the Seagate modules, there are some problems. They cannot finish the checking. So what's a problem cause that thing? So let's have a look at this drive. So now I have a connected drive to my DFO SRP. This is F3 drive, ST1000DM003. So now I've entered the program and this is a good drive. It is identified. And in the modules list, you can see the many modules. Now I'm going to do a little bit of checking. So select all modules and check modules. So immediately we find, stop right here. You just finish checking the first four modules, then it seems to be stopping. And the program says still checking. So actually, this is because technically it's because the checksum of each module that has to be done when the system when the SRP is checking the modules. So if we open this module, it's a defect list table, and at the very end of this module, it has these bytes. Then they are the checksum. So a checking must be carried on in a situation that this checksum is present. So if the module has no checksum, then the checking has gonna stop. So second one is also the same. So it has a checksum. 02 also a checksum is present. And the playlist, which is the important module, checksum as well here. So if you check any other modules, you find without checksum, or some of them are even encrypted data. So that's why the checking is not completed. But actually, you can open each module and check this content. But actually, it means nothing much to us because the Seagate drives they very much relied on the COM. So the usual way to diagnose Seagate drives are uh, when you power on the drive, you have to stay in the COM mode. So let's do this again. Power off and power on the drive, stay in the COM. So simultaneously, the device or the Seagate COM port will give you a problem of the drives. Will tell you what's wrong with the drives immediately. So you don't need to really check the modules. Even though the modules are all correct, sometimes that means still the drive has problems. The only way to tell if the drive has problem is look at the COM port and you check the status. If it's busy, if the status is busy, it definitely means something wrong with the drive. And if the drive is ready and say complete, and there's no error message, then you can try to check the drive to ID to scan the drive. This drive seems okay. So anyway, what I'm saying is you don't really need to look at the modules or check the modules for errors for Seagate drive most of the time. All you need to do is just stay in the COM port and check for the error messages, and you have an idea of what's wrong with the drive. And for example, this one, it feels like it has some sort of MCMT problems. But if you look at these messages here, it says MCMT disabled. and the status busy. So at this point, you can try to scan for the drive, try to ID the drive. And this drive is identified, so it means it's okay, it's okay drive. Unless it's not identified, then you have to find a way to figure out how to fix it. And the other thing that's really important about Seagate drive is we call this SYS files. So the SYS files basically are the firmware of the Seagate drives. So usually it's important to back up these SYS files. And each of these files has 2 copies. And the ID or SN of these of the SYS files are sort of particular file that's important. So, for example, 35 is the nglist SYS file, which is important. So this 35 file is actually what nglist is in the firmware level. And for example, 133, this one, this is the smart configuration. This is also important, as well as 28, which is translator. So how do I know which is which? Right, you can open this text file. It's right in your ST program folder. So ST program folder is here. ST program, DFL program, ST program. Here we have SYS file description, INI file that gives you the details of which is which. This is important. So just giving you an example, if you're going to fix the drives, it's important to back up 133 is, and also to back up 28, which is the translator, and also the 35, which is nglist. So these are important files. So what I'm saying is the nglist. Sorry, what I'm saying is that the SYS files are very important as well. Okay, let's stop here. And another important function is test tracks. This is used a lot actually, especially when the drive is not responding correctly, or when you are fixing the drives, you've tried everything but drive's still busy, or the drive shows nothing particular in COM mode, and the drive seems working well, but you just cannot access the data. So that's this problem or these symptoms usually caused by band sectors or band blocks in the service area. So that's why we have this function test tracks. Okay, something wrong with this drive. Start again. So the test tracks are to test all the SA tracks, and if the function finds any band tracks or any band sectors, you can give the options to fill the band sectors with 0. Then when the drive boots up again, it won't be stuck in where it used to be because of band sectors. The drive will read the firmware modules, will pass the checksum, pass the verification, and the drive can be identified again. So test tracks here, right? So we select all the tracks and fill with fill with 0 when there are band sectors. Choose 2 heads, press OK. So the drive will begin to do the testing, and this is like a very useful and ultimate method to fix the drive with bad sectors, especially in ASI. They're giving you lots of abnormal and weird problems and cannot be solved by the usual methods. Okay, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you again next time.